Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Now, the title of your session talks about path to normalcy. And so we need to get a handle on what is this normalcy? I mean, it's clearly not going to be back to the old, as you said. Exports are affected, and the economy is still, maybe some people say 85-86% numbers are floating around. So what is the new normal going to look like, particularly on a comparative basis? China, US, China, India, UK has announced some very grim figures. So everyone is going to be hurt, but who's going to be hurt the least, and therefore who will actually get off the field and running?
Thank you, Ravi. So first question, how will new normal look? This is a very interesting thing because in China, there's a huge contrast already emerging because they are 2 months into this process of recovery. For example, ByteDance, China's largest internet company, and I think now the largest startup in the world, has actually hired 10,000 people in the last few weeks, and they're continuing to hire new people. So, the digital economy has really, taken a huge sort of exponential sort of growth curve now. So that is one. So there will continue to be a widening gap between these kind of digital sectors of the economy, the internet-focused economy, even traditional sectors like retail, which have a digital component. I think they will see a very different trajectory. And the traditional manufacturing, especially which are export dependent, I think will be the slowest to recover because if any business in China is predominantly focused on the domestic market, I think their recovery will be slightly faster because the Chinese government is distributing cash vouchers and so on and so forth to encourage domestic consumption. But I think so in a spectrum of all kinds of companies, I think the Chinese companies which are exclusively focused on exports, maybe even I would venture to say that exports of a discretionary nature, like luxury or upscale consumption, discretionary consumption, I think those kind of enterprises will be badly hit by the dip in demand across the world. So I think the new normal will look very different. Now, coming back to the decoupling, I think, yes, in a very ironic manner, foreign investors today in China might actually be treated very well so that they don't leave China. And if any American company, for example, because US has been a big votary of this move away from China, if they do try to leave China, I think there will be a lot of resistance they will face. They will have to overcome a lot of challenges because in many ways, the same companies will be dependent on the Chinese market. They will have other, supply chain linkages in China. So exiting China will be, the cost will be very high. Even if assuming even the economic cost makes sense of moving away from China, there will be what you can say as artificial costs or barriers which will be erected, which will be difficult to overcome in the short term. So in many ways, yes, I think foreign companies today, if, hypothetically, if any foreign investor was to go to China, I think they would be treated very well because today China needs to sort of preserve its place as a recipient